Hello and welcome again to the Friday Wrap. It's May 29th. You're probably wondering why I'm standing in an office. It's obviously not my office. It's RE/MAC's office in Burr Ridge. I'll explain that at the end of this video. It was a very busy week around the village. Last Friday was amazing, though. That's how it started. Starting, of course, remember the special hometown video filming that we had in Burr Ridge by Fox 32 News. That was incredible. And then that evening, I was off to a special event. I was asked to speak at a special interfaith event up in Rosemont, at the Westin Hotel, thanks to the invitation of a Burr Ridge resident, Dr. Mubarak Marjat. That was a special event, interfaith event, sponsored and hosted by an organization called UMA, out of Washington, D.C. It stands for the Universal Muslim Association of America. I was joined there to speak with a couple of other my Christian friends. One was Associate Pastor Virgil West of the Just Faith Baptist Church out of Harvey, Illinois, as well as one of the leaders from the Catholic Archdiocese of Chicago. That was really a neat event to attend. I'm glad I did. Also, on Memorial Day, of course, we had two great events around here. One was in Burr Ridge, one was in Hinsdale. Two of the committee member leaders, both Jack Schaus and Len Ruzak, arranged a great wreath laying ceremony as a memorial for our fallen heroes at the Burr Ridge Veterans Memorial. That was followed by taps, played by a Hinsdale South student named Eddie Anderson. He was there with his father Mark. He just did an incredible job. You're welcome to hit the link in the text if you'd like to hear that. That just brings tears to my eyes. And on top of that, there was a parade at Hinsdale. Despite the rain, which started coming down in buckets right before it started, the Hinsdale parade, Memorial Day parade, went off on time. Started up at First and Garfield, went east and then south a little bit, up back over to Washington, came down across the tracks, right through downtown. It was really a neat event. A lot of people came out. It was followed by a special ceremony put on by the American Legion Post 250, and a special Marine speaker. Plus, he had a 21-gun salute. It was a really neat event. If you have a chance to attend that next year, I'd highly recommend it. A great way to show our reverence to the fallen heroes that make this incredible country possible. And so once again, keeping that in mind for Memorial Day next year. Now around the village this week, we also had a village board meeting. This was one of the very few meetings that's held on Tuesday. It was the first time we had the entire new board there to have a complete agenda. Most of the items were on the consent agenda, but we did hold long discussions on two very important topics. One was the expansion of Capri Restaurant. They asked for a couple of variances and special use over there to expand it, as well as to allow for parking, as well as Lions truck sales over there on 79th and Madison Street. They wanted to expand that building and clean it up. It's only really visible from I-55. It's on its own little island, but they're going to do a nice job with that building, and we're going to require parking or pavement to be done within a 3-year time period. This week, on Wednesday, I joined a group of fellow mayors to hear State Comptroller Leslie Munger, who I've met several times now, at a special reception at Ice Miller Law Firm in Lisle. I was accompanied by numerous mayors from everything from Bensenville and Villa Park and West Chicago, as well as Bob Schillerstrom, who was one of the principals there, who used to be our DuPage County chairman. That was perfectly timed, because she and I were both going over to the Lincoln Day dinner, sponsored by Downers Grove Township Republicans, over at the Sheraton Lisle. Also a great event. They had their guest speaker was U.S. Senator Rand Paul, who was a presidential candidate. Came through Chicago. You might have seen him in the newspaper. But there were also many other wonderful people there and very political figureheads from around the state. And we were graced with the presence of our new Lieutenant Governor, Evelyn Sanguinetti, as well as there was Congressman Peter Roskin was there, as well as Darlene Rossetti, who was the chairman of DuPage County Republicans, as well as Bob Berlin, state's attorney. It was about at least 500 or 600 people. That was a great event. You can probably tell by the pictures. It was quite crowded. Then last night, I was over another Burr Ridge organization. I held a special event over in Oak Brook. The organization is called OpenTheBooks.com. That's actually run by former gubernatorial candidate's name. You might recognize Andrew Andrzejewski. They're located over in the IPM building along on South Frontage Road. Adam made an incredible 2-hour presentation and giving shocking and eye-opening examples of the political corruption and what amounts to money laundering across the state and country through a lot of our government agencies. It was really eye-opening and really unfortunate. But their mission, if you would like to know more about it, is that every dime online in real time is to make sure that we know what's being used with where our tax dollars are going. And he was really credited with helping to expose College DuPage corruption that was going on recently, or certainly in the news, as well as many other things around the country. He's been on John Stossel and been around the country quite a bit. But if you want more information about them and to join the transparency revolution, you just need to go to www.openthebooks.com. I highly recommend it. Now, in addition, as far as where I'm filming from is the RE/MAX office in Burr Ridge. It is the only actual real estate office located within the city limits or village limits. And because we had a very special lunch today, first time in 10 or 15 years that we had it. That was recommended by Steve Stricker. And we were able to put together through the Economic Development Committee called the Realtors Lunch. And for that, I'm going to ask Ed Lukasik to come up. Ed, how are you?
Great,
Thanks for
Mayor.
joining me.
Oh, thank you, Mayor.
Oh,
It was an awesome time here today.
You enjoy it?
Oh, it was awesome. There was some 50-some people there. Great time of networking. But probably the biggest thing that I got out of it was a vision for Burr Ridge and to see where it's at, where to grow, and definitely help to sell Burr Ridge to the people that are coming here.
Yeah, a lot of the realtors learn a lot of things about the village, which is really the purpose of it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the best way to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, there was 53 people total on the list. Plus, do you have a chance to talk to any other village officials or
A few of them.
school districts?
Yeah, school districts. We kind of, talked a little bit. Got some maps so I know where everybody is located and so on the boundaries are. So yes, had a great time.
Well,
Mayor, it was awesome. I hope we do it again.
Appreciate it. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so
I hope
much.
too as well.
Yeah.
You heard it. We hope we do it as well. There's nothing more important than communication around the village. And though I consider myself to be kind of the chief ambassador of the village to help promote it, there's nothing like having the realtors out there as ambassadors, which they are, to really tell our story and get the word out about a really wonderful, special place that we live in. Well, thanks again for joining me. Have a great week.